Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Emil, and you guys are watching the Atlanta Voice TV. In honor of Women's History Month, highlighting the achievements of women of all cultures, races, and ethnic backgrounds, we get a chance to see some of the great, spectacular works of a lot of great people, or great women in this case. And today, we have Chef Rhianna with us, who's going to honor us today with her skill palette in cooking. Chef Rhianna, how are you?
I'm amazing. I'm so happy to be here.
You are, right?
Yes, thank you.
Because technically we're in your home.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
Well, I'm so happy to be in my home with y'all. How about that?
So great. All right, so to get things started, tell me a little bit about your background for those that don't know a lot about you.
Okay, well, I'm from Jersey. I have a British and Jamaican background, so I've been pretty much traveling all my life. I went to culinary school, and after culinary school, I moved to Atlanta. That's just a brief synopsis, really and truly. And now I'm in Atlanta. And I pretty much have really flourished in this cooking scene, and I'm like super excited to just keep thriving and keep going. But that's pretty much a little bit about me.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Now, what creates the interest for a person to want to cook and then maintain the interest in doing that?
Well, for me, my parents only cooked Jamaican food like every single day of my life. It was like oxtail, curry goat, fried chicken, rice and peas, white rice, just the same thing over and over again. I'm like, there has to be more to life than this. There has to be. So ever since I was younger, my mom would buy me like the Little Tykes kitchen. I had the kitchen, the pretend kitchen. I would pretend I'm cooking and slam
like the Easy Bake Ovens and stuff like that?
Oh my God, I got that for Christmas. I held on to the Easy Bake Oven until I was like 16, ridiculous. I just always had something in me that wanted to cook, but more than anything, I like hospitality and making people happy and just kind of like, that vibe when people are eating your food and they all happy. That's what really keeps me going. But it started because I'm like, there has to be more to life than Jamaican food. Like, there has to. And don't get me wrong, I love it, but
there has to be more to life.
Yeah, all right. Where the pasta come from? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just so eager to learn more about it, so I did.
Okay, Guess what I learned? I was watching something on the internet, and I finally discovered that if you put a plastic bag over your rice when you're boiling it, it actually turns out better than just boiling it.
Yeah,
that sounds kind of...
That's a true fact, because actually steam cooks rice, not so much heat.
Okay, really?
Yeah, so definitely the bag would definitely work.
Okay, so when I'm cooking yellow rice, how do I actually make it turn out less mushy? I'm from Alabama, so it looks a little different on my end.
So I'm gonna be honest, as a chef, things that are easy to cook is pretty hard for me.
Okay.
Rice is one of them. I hate cooking rice. Oh my God, I hate it so much. But what I've learned is you do let's say you do 1 cup of rice, you do 2 cups of water. So it's just double the amount, and you just cover it. What I do is bring it to a boil. As soon as it starts boiling, bring it all the way down. Because remember, heat doesn't cook it, steam does.
Okay.
Yeah.
That I did not know.
Yep, so that's what makes it mushy. You just gotta leave it alone. You can't be turning it and can't do all of that. You just gotta leave it.
I think single men who are bachelors would probably appreciate that.
I'm gonna do a show for y'all.
You should, because my skills in certain things are just a little dicey.
Okay.
Anyways,
we can work on that.
We can work on that? All right, cool.
Don't you worry about it.
All right. So in honor of Women's History Month, we celebrate it. It was established in 1995. Again, it highlights the achievements of women of everywhere across the globe in terms of what they really are achieving. And we've seen such an increase and an impact in our culture and in our media with women making strides, making changes. How do you feel about the progression that you've seen of women from maybe back in the days versus where we are currently?
Well, I went to college from 2010 to 2014. I went to Johnson & Wales University. Woo, J Woo.
Woo!
I went to the one in Providence, which is the best one. But throughout that time, I saw so much progress. I remember when I started, I was a student assistant in the university, and then 1 year later, I was a teaching assistant and I had interns. And even from that transition, some of the head chefs would come down there, and really, to be a Black woman in the kitchen was like, we don't really, they don't think that we do it professionally. Exactly. It's something you do at home for your family, or, you do it for your little catering, your little restaurant in your hometown, but it's never anything that, you don't really see Black women in high places doing this cooking stuff.
Absolutely.
You really don't see it as much. Even if you look at Food Network, there are a lot of...
I do not see a lot of you all.
Yeah, it's really not a lot. You might see Summer, she's one of them, but otherwise...
The representation is rather slim.
Absolutely slim. Okay. So for me, coming to Atlanta, I've seen so many Black chefs, like female chefs, that are just killing it.
Okay.
And they're being taken serious. You know what I'm saying?
So
And
you mentioned that. Is it important to you to compete on that playing field of being on shows? Because when we look at the Food Network, or if you look at the Food Network in general, a lot of chefs we see, particularly they are Caucasian.
Yeah.
And the women are Caucasian. I'm not an avid Food Network watcher, but when I have watched it, I have to admit I haven't seen many of you. So do you ever feel the need to want to compete in that playing field and be on television or be in front of the camera, or would you be more comfortable being behind the scenes where your work is more highlighted based on what the person wants everybody else to see?
I definitely want to be on camera.
Oh.
100%.
Okay.
I do not plan on cooking for like people for too much longer.
So you want to kind of increase the bar for yourself.
I want cookbooks and I want to be in magazines and I want to, I would really want to take this to the global level. I want to be the Black Martha Stewart.
Okay.
Period. So I think that as far as Black women being on the forefront is imperative.
Okay.
And what I love so much about Atlanta is that the Black female chefs that I've met, there is no competition. It's all like love, like, girl, we gotta do this, you know? I think we all have the same like mindset regarding it. So yeah, I definitely want to be on camera, and I think a lot of us do. Cause why not?
Why not, right?
That just like helps your brand, you know?
It does.
All across the board. So yeah.
All right.
We finna be.
There's been a lot of talk a lot of times about people who want to be on camera. Is it better to stay in Atlanta? Is it better to stay in Los Angeles? Or is it even better to stay in New York? That's been a very huge topic of debate. My question to you would be, how do you feel about staying in Atlanta, which literally is a great mecca for Black successful people, as opposed to going to Los Angeles, which tackles on a whole new ball game?
Right now I feel my skill set is more Atlanta, just because it's not as competitive and I can learn from a lot of the chefs that are here. It's like, for example, I work with Food and Lifestyle TV, which is based out of Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of Black chefs and we all come together. We have little workshops that we do together, try to learn more things. We had a workshop the other day about caviar, you know? And so I want to learn as much as I can. And then I feel like I'll be ready to take on the Los Angeles market, because I feel like those chefs are like Food Network ready, period, you know? So I'm gonna do my little groundwork here.
Okay, I can appreciate that.
Yeah, and then I'll be ready to probably not live there. I think Atlanta is my home.
All right.
But I would go there and, pop out and cook for Common. I want to cook for him really bad. I think he's vegan.
You hear that, Common? She wants to cook for you.
I want to cook for 2 Chainz. You are in Atlanta. If you hear me.
Oh my God.
You are my
2 Chainz.
Yeah, he became my favorite rapper because one of my favorite rappers, because his, like, if you look at his stories and everything, he's always posting food, and I'm like, oh my God, you know? Yeah. So I stayed in Atlanta for a while.
Okay, speaking of favorite rappers, which is obviously somebody in the limelight, tell me the importance about Edna Lewis to you.
Edna Lewis is extremely important to me because she is the first Black woman to really create a cookbook, and it was a Southern cookbook. So she was from the South, and back in those times, we were supposed to be at home cooking.
Right.
That's what they still think about a lot of us, to be honest. So we're supposed to be at home cooking, but she was the first Black woman to showcase her cooking, have cooking classes, and create a cookbook, and she did not hide her identity, her race, her gender. She never hid anything. She was, she wrote her name, and so that's where we are now.
And you're kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna be on.
Oh my God. All right, so obviously Edna has been an inspiration to you, especially in honor of Women's History Month, so that's always a plus. Are there any other female cooks or female chefs that you actually admire right now? If you had to think about it.
It's a good one. Unfortunately, I should have more female chefs that I look up to.
But you don't want to really concentrate on that right now because you're doing the groundwork for you. Chef Rhi's doing it for you. That's cool.
But my mentor is a man.
Okay.
Yes, and he's here in Atlanta, Chef Robert Butts. He actually works at the Twisted Soul Cookhouse. Okay. And the owner is actually a woman, and I don't remember her name. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We're gonna find out.
I don't remember your name, but shout out to her because their food looks amazing. It has such a great twist. They're doing extremely well, and they were on Food Network. When the Guy Fieri goes around and he like tastes everybody's food. Right. That, oh my God, if I had that job, man.
Well, it won't be a matter of if, it'll only be a matter of time before you actually get there.
Somebody could invite me to come taste some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to always be the one cooking.
All right, so speaking of cooking, what dish did you prepare today, and what does it contribute to your heritage?
Okay, so today I created red snapper escovitch, which is a very popular dish in Jamaica because I am Jamaican. Ooh. And Asian food is actually my favorite cuisine. Okay. I love Thai food, Chinese food. So anytime that I can kind of like twist in like the Asian and Jamaican
They combine them
world,
together?
yeah, I do that. So I have a pineapple fried rice. It does have crab in it as well.
Oh, wow.
To give it a little, zhuzh. Yeah, so, and I also have some seared scallops as well. So, yep. So I can't wait for you to taste it.
Absolutely, I know, right?
Yeah.
The importance of presentation, does it really mean a lot to you because of the profession, or does it mean a lot to you because that's what you think people expect of a chef?
Both.
Okay.
I mean,
All right.
I had a chef in college who his place just was like,
It was a little dicey.
sure. He would just, like it was a deli or something. I'm like, this could be a little prettier.
Okay.
Even then, not being trained, I'm like, it just doesn't look appeasing to the eye.
Okay.
You know when a server comes with your food, you're like, oh God, I need that. I need that every time.
All right.
So it means a lot to me for presentations to be on point.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So introduce me to the dish that you prepared, the way you would want to serve one of your clients or one of your guests.
Okay, so we have a red snapper escovitch,
Okay.
topped with
Escovitch?
Yep.
Is that what it eat?
Yeah.
Okay, I know what that is. All right.
It's topped with red peppers, yellow peppers, orange peppers, red onions, and it's simmered in vinegar, and that pretty much gives it like that little spike. And I have the pineapple crab fried rice. And so just be careful because the red snapper does have bones in it, and it has that because that's how we do it in the Jamaican culture, and I didn't want to like stray away from that. So, just kind of like dig this way so you get everything.
Okay, dig.
And I'm
this
gonna dig
way.
with you because I'm hungry.
Okay. Oh my God. All right. I want to follow your lead as to how you would do it.
There you go. I serve you.
Okay.
It ain't no
then.
problem.
Well,
It ain't
all
no
right.
problem. Let me get you
this
a
is what
little.
happens when women go ahead and take control and they delegate. Yes. Okay.
Okay, and I'm gonna put a little scallop on there for you to taste. All right, and I'll give you a little small plate because I want you to just, enjoy that.
Are your hands washed?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just checking.
I've been washing. Listen, my
stop.
hand's about to fall off. How much I've been washing them.
All right. Oh, wait, I gotta let you get yours first. Come on.
Yes.
All
One
right.
second. Almost there. All right, and I'm gonna grab a scallop too.
Okay.
All right, ready? First bite.
Okay, first bite. I mean, it's okay.
Don't even be doing that.
Let me stop joking. No, I taste the flavor. I taste the crab in the rice.
the fried rice?
Yes. When you
taste the
said pineapple or fried rice and pineapple, I imagine a big pineapple with rice inside of it.
I was gonna do that, but see, the red snapper wouldn't fit, so change courses.
Okay. Excuse me while I chew on this for about 32 times.
It's actually really good.
It really is. I'm really impressed. I taste the
Thank
spice
you.
in it. It's not overdone, which means I feel like anybody else who would eat this, they won't be overwhelmed with the flavor. It's like enough. So you see
you.
that? That's actually really good, which is
you.
why you're gonna get Chef Rhi. So we all know that you cook, but your Instagram page and your brand alone is also the singing Chef
Oh
Rhi.
my God, yes.
Because we gotta be honest, you share a famous name with a famous Pisces
Let me tell you something.
right now. So,
When I was younger, I was really, really mad about that because I wanted to be a singer all my life. Yeah, and then she just came out like Rihanna. I'm like, who?
like who?
On the replay.
What? Oh my God!
Who is this girl?
Who are you?
I was really offended, but I love you and everything, But now what I'm gonna do?
Girl, you ain't even got no album still to
Hello?
this day. What?
You done fooled us.
Okay. So,
Give me back my name.
why the singing chef?
I'm the singing chef because I sing, I've been singing all my life, really. I really started singing in the church on a little children's
okay,
choir.
that's simple, right? All right.
Yeah, that's all our start. I started singing on the children's choir, and then I eventually started choir directing. I was like all into church. And then I wanted to be a singer really bad, but then I'm like, I need some type of diploma or something.
Fair enough.
And so I just looked into my other talent, and I got the degree in that, and I moved to Atlanta, and I still feel like I want to pursue it.
Okay. What's the song you like to sing? You gotta sing something that I could probably harmonize with you on.
I like the Kiki and Avant, like, you know what I'm saying?
All right. You want to start it off, and then I'll try to see if I can lead.
You gotta start it off. It start with you. Silhouette.
Okay. Whew.
Tell me you know it. We could have put the little beat on in the back.
Silhouette of a perfect friend.
Okay.
Shadows of your smile still always remain.
Will always remain.
Beginner's luck soon fades away.
Oh, baby.
I don't know the rest of the words, but I'm gonna improvise. Long as I live. Ooh, I'm on key. You will be
My first love.
my only
Long
love.
as I live.
Oh, never mind. Okay, there we go. That was like super awesome.
Yes.
One time for the duets.
Yes,
I gotta
you
work on it a
killed
little bit more, but it's cool. So
Yes.
I really want to discuss the importance of this and debunking a lot of the myths. When we go to restaurants, a lot of times we see chefs in the
boy.
back. We picture them probably in chef uniform, chef gear. They look a certain way. They might be married, have a whole family, but contingent off their appearance in the physical, we kind of look at it a certain way. Or maybe some people do. My question to you is contingent off how you actually look, because if I look at you, I don't envision a chef. I would envision you being like an Instagram model.
Oh
or
my God. Is
somebody
it
be
because
like,
we're in Atlanta?
something like that. How do you feel when people stereotype you and your skill set contingent off your appearance?
I absolutely hate it.
You do? All right, what are some examples that you've experienced that you were kind of like, wow, really? Did
yeah.
you just ask me this?
Yeah, I've gotten, can you really cook? Or, people envision like chefs to be big or something. I don't know. Like, we can cook healthy things.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's offensive. It's offensive. I feel like anybody could do anything. Listen, I went to Waffle House yesterday.
Waffle House?
I love Waffle House. Excuse me.
What? You can't go to our
I'm from Jersey, and that's all we had up there.
Oh, okay.
And now that I'm here, I'm so appreciative of Waffle House. The hash browns, well done. Oh my God. But the guy didn't have an arm. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you could be anybody.
Okay.
You can, if that's your skill, that's your skill. So it's a little offensive, but Shane, it's okay. I'm gonna prove to y'all.
So have you already been with the big chef hat and the white uniforms?
Yes, I did that at Johnson & Wells.
Okay.
I managed the Mandarin Oriental. I was a food and beverage manager there.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I was one of the youngest managers in the history of Red Lobster.
What? The Cheddar Bay biscuits, cuz.
And they're good every day. You don't get sick of them.
Oh, I don't get sick of them to this day.
You could work there and you smell them, you like, it's something in them. I don't know.
So what do you feel like are the pros and the cons of appearance when a person is a chef?
People don't take you serious.
Okay.
They think it's a game until you start like sizzling some stuff and making some fire pop out the pot.
And then they're like, wow, you can actually do this.
God.
I have to admit, I did not expect this to come out of you. I was kind of looking at something else, you know what I mean? But again, it's supposed to help to debunk myths that people place on other people, which again, kind of emphasizes that we don't want to place stereotypes on people for a reason. Even though they get them, even though we all get them, it's imperative to not actually do it because there's always something hidden on the end that you're kind of like, so you really can do this. Right.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay. So in closing, what is something that you would want people, whether they are your clients or whether just anybody in general, to take away in terms of appreciating a chef for the artwork of cooking instead of just taking it for granted just to be cooking?
Well, first and foremost, I want people to know that a lot of chefs do not get to enjoy the times and, when everybody's celebrating Christmas and everyone's celebrating Mother's Day and Father's Day and Valentine's Day, we're working. So that's the number one thing. I think this is one of the hardest industries you could ever work in, you could ever choose. In college, we were taught that a doctor can kill one person at a time, a chef can kill hundreds. So because if you're not clean, if you don't, it takes a skill. It takes, certain cleaning procedures, sanitation. It takes a lot of thinking while you're cooking to produce good food, healthy food, safe food. It takes a lot.
And that's imperative a lot, especially during COVID, because we still haven't seen the light at the end of the tunnel. So lead us out with a song, and I'm going to follow your lead. Come on.
Oh my God, what you want me to sing?
Okay.
Okay, I got a Sweet Thing.
Okay. Sweet Thing?
Ready?
Okay.
I'm going to need you to know that.
Okay.
I will love you anyways. even if you cannot stay. I think you are the one for me. Here is where you are to be. I just want to satisfy you. You're not mine and I can't deny it. Don't you hear me talking, baby? Love me now or I'll go crazy. Whoa, sweet thing. Don't you know you're my everything? Whoa, sweet thing.
I think I'm out of tune still, but it's okay.
Don't you know you're my everything?
All right, everybody.
Yes, you are.
Listen, check out Chef Rhi on Instagram. And what's your handle?
Chef_RHI.
That's
okay,
right.
that's me. And I could be flued out, so I'm based in
Flued
Atlanta.
out. We're still
but
using
you
that
can
one. All
flew
right.
me out.
All right, everybody. Listen, thanks again for joining us at the Atlanta Voice. And remember, again, this is Women's History Month, highlighting the achievements of every woman that you know that actually has a really good skill set that you really enjoy in the process. In the meantime, check out more from us later on at the Atlanta Voice.
Thank you, guys.